What is up, Breaking family? Sending some positive vibes in your direction. Check this out. Pokemon and Nintendo just dropped a bombshell, and no, it is not Pokemon Snap 2. Wait a minute, this time it actually is a Pokemon Snap sequel. Every time Pokemon says we have a huge announcement, everybody's like, Pokemon Snap 2, Pokemon Snap 2, Pokemon Snap 2, and it never is. But this time, it actually is. This week, Pokemon announced that a Pokemon Snap sequel is currently in development with the title New Pokemon Snap. So my Breaking family, what I wanted to do in today's video is go through this trailer and try to spot every Pokemon in the new Pokemon Snap game. And for those of you asking, yes, that is a working Pokemon Snap station from Blockbuster in the background. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and go through the trailer and try to spot every single Pokemon in new Pokemon Snap. Now, if I do miss any, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. I'm not perfect. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm just simply trying to spot which Pokemon I can. So if I do miss any, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. So the first shot in the trailer does open up with some beautiful scenery with Buffalin roaming through the fields, and we see Vivian's flying throughout the sky. And you can tell from this image right here that the graphics are absolutely stunning, very eye-catching right off the very bat. So this next scene, we see some beautiful Swanna flying through the sky, looks absolutely gorgeous, and I actually missed some Pokemon the first time around during this scene, and when I rewatched it for a second and a third time, I actually noticed them, and I will show you what ones I am talking about. Right at the very bottom, we do see some Taillow and some Bidoof. That's right, some Bidoof. The bottom right corner, we do see that Bidoof by the bridge, and then the Taillow are actually in the center at the very bottom. Now, the Taillow are the ones that I missed on the first and second watch through. Like I said, there might be more Pokemon I missed, so make sure you let me know if I did miss any. Now, this right here is one of my absolute favorite parts of the trailer, the Wailord. You don't see the Wailord at first, and then out of almost nowhere, it just comes and takes up your entire screen. Wailord is massive, but we do see Wailord, we do see Pelipper and Mantine in this image. Like I said, easily one of my favorite parts of the trailer. Now, going into a beach scene, we do see Pikachu along the beach with Crabrawler all the way to the far right, and then in the back, this one can be kind of easy to miss. We do see Executor right in the very back by a palm tree, and then we can actually see the shadow of a Wingull on the very left bottom corner. I wonder what that Pikachu's staring at. Going into a nighttime scene in the forest. Now, this one's a really interesting one because I noticed the Caterpie the first watch through, and then I went back the second watch through, and I was like, there's gotta be more Pokemon in this part than just the Caterpie. I didn't notice anything, and then the third watch through, I finally noticed it. Murkrow is in the background. It blends in a little bit, but Murkrow is in the background by those trees. Now going into the next scene, which is another beach scene, we do see Zangoose to the far left, and Zangoose always reminds me of David Bowie, my favorite artist of all time. Now, if you look in the center in the ocean, we do see some Pokemon in the ocean. Now, I can't quite make out what they are. I thought that they might be Basculin, but you let me know what you think they are. I'm going to go with Basculin, though. Next up is easily one of the most beautiful parts of the entire trailer. We do see Primarina swimming through the ocean. We see Kanto vibes in the very background with Lapras, and then a Drifbloom, not one, not two, not three, but 4 Drifblooms flying through the sky. And I think in the very, very background by the Lapras, we do see a Marill. And I mean, just take a look at this breathtaking image. If this right here doesn't make you want to visit a tropical island, I don't know what will. And in yet another ocean beach themed, we do see Sharpedo in the background, jumping up out of the water, looking ferocious with his mouth wide open, probably getting ready to look for some Magikarp. And I mentioned Magikarp on purpose because we're going to talk about a scene a little bit later in the video that involves poor old Magikarp. But also at the very forefront of this image, we do see a school of Finian swimming through the ocean, and then of course a Wingull right there in the center of the picture. Now the next scene, they really catch your attention by having an Emolga Flyby and take up almost the entire screen. But as it gets done flying by, we see some Shroomish just hanging out having a good time. Now, one of the first questions I asked myself when I first watched this trailer is this game going to be updated with all the generations of Pokemon? And then right here, we have our very first confirmation that it will have every generation. We do see Grookey on the screen with a Dodrio and a Pichu. And then in the very back, we have some more Buffalint roaming through the fields. And this could actually be an extended scene of the very first scene we saw at the beginning of the trailer. Now, with the next scene, we have yet another confirmation that it is updated with all the generations. Is Scorbunny right here. Scorbunny and Pichu are playing around, having a good time, and we're actually seeing the camera start to take some pictures about right here in the trailer. Now, if you ever wanted to describe Kanto vibes with one image, you would use this one right here with a Squirtle riding on the back of a Lapras. Which, by the way, if you did not know, Pokemon Center recently released a Lapras pool floaty. For $50, this is an absolute must buy. Even if you just set it up in your living room, everybody that comes over is going to want to sit on the back of a Lapras. And then we go into a funny scene where an apple is sitting right in front of a Pyukumuku, and then it reaches out to grab that apple. I mean, just take a couple more seconds to look at that image. That right there is what nightmares are made of. I mean, if I was out in the wild and I saw an animal that did this, I mean, I know animals and Pokemon are completely different, but you get where I'm going. So if I saw an animal that did this while I was out in the wild, I would be like, nope, I'm done. I don't want to learn any more about animals. Right here in the next scene, we do see a lot of people's favorite Pokemon, Blastoise, picking up an apple ever so gently and eating it. So that means we can put a burning question to rest. Pokemon apples are officially making the return to Pokemon Snap. Now this next scene makes me cry a little inside. I mean, the scene starts off harmless. We see some ducklets having a good time swimming along the water. We see a Pidgeot flying through the sky. And then we go to the next image where Pidgeot proceeds to pick up a flopping Magikarp on the shore. The poor Magikarp. Pidgeot, what did Magikarp do to you? I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen in this scene. The Pidgeot is going to swoop down and pick up the Magikarp with its large talons and gracefully fly through the sky like nothing is wrong. But then that's when the tables are going to turn. The Magikarp is going to evolve into a menacing, ferocious Gyarados. And that right there, Breaking Family, is when Pidgeot will realize it made a mistake. Now, honestly, I have no idea how we transition from that, but we're gonna try. Now, right after that Pidgeot picks up the Magikarp, in the top right of the screen, I noticed there is a Pokemon that flies by. It could be a Swanna, or it could be a Skarmory. I can't really make it out too well, so make sure you let me know what you think that Pokemon is. Honestly, I think it's just another Swanna flying by. And then we jump into a scene where it appears that some Pokemon are about to face off for a battle. We see Dodrio on the right part of the screen, and then on the left part of the screen, we see Torterra with Scorbunny and Pichu on its back. I have no idea how Pichu and Scorbunny ended up on Torterra's back, but if I was going to say who would win out of Dodrio and Torterra, I'd probably pick Torterra. Then that's when the new Pokemon Snap trailer gets towards the very end. We start to see pictures, like pictures of pictures. We see some Bidoof swimming in the water, and then next up we see a collage. We see Emolga in there. We see Hoot Hoot, which we did not see previously in the trailer, or maybe I just missed it. We also see Wurmple as well, and then at the very, very end, we see a group of dancing Blossom. And there we go, every Pokemon that I personally spotted in the new Pokemon Snap game for Nintendo Switch. Now here is the thing. We do not know if Todd Snap is returning to the Pokemon Snap franchise. In part of the trailer, we do see a character that does not look a whole lot like Todd Snap from the original Pokemon Snap. Now, it could be Todd Snap, but with just an updated look. What would be really awesome is if throughout all of these years, Todd Snap grew up and turned into a Pokemon professor. And then in the new Pokemon Snap game, Todd Snap, the Pokemon professor, then enlists this new character we saw in the trailer to help him with his research. I mean, that's just a prediction on my part. Let me know if you have any predictions for the new Pokemon Snap game down in the comment section down below. All right, my Breaking Family, that's it for today's Pokemon video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check out these videos right here. I'll see you all in tomorrow's video, and I love every single one of you all around the world. Do it with me now. Peace, love, and high five.